Good morning. It's about a little after 6:30, and today we have a 30-minute Zone 2 conditioning session, and then we also have a moderate throw. So I'm going to take the dog to the trail, we're going to get the run done, and then we are going to go. I need to start looking at the freaking camera. Keep looking at the tiny screen on top of it. And then we're going to go, well, come back here, do some breakdowns, phone calls, make some coffee. And then probably late morning, early afternoon, we're going to go to the field, get the throwing done, do some stretching after the run. Really make that a priority. But we're going to get the toughest part of the day done right now.
Okay, so we just got done some calls for the morning. And now I'm reading a manual, which I don't particularly enjoy. I'm not much of a manual reader and not much of a rule follower for that matter. But we need to figure out how this thing works and how I'm not going to blow up your guys' ears when I go through this. Even when I talk loud, and this is indoor. This is my inside voice. But I'm going to be outside. What we're going to do now, just got done mobility. Going to warm up the arm a little bit. And then we're going to go do some wall ball, which I'm excited about. And then 30 minutes of cardio. The reason I didn't do the 30 minutes of cardio earlier is because I am finding it increasingly harder to get the consistent level, heart rate, everything when I'm running with the dog, because he's got a mind of his own. He likes to sniff things. He likes to chase squirrels, which kind of throws me off. So I'm just going to take him to the park later. We'll throw the ball around, but going to go play some wall ball and monitor some workload and show you guys how I do that, which is pretty interesting. Alrighty, so we have arrived at our destination. We've got the wall, and it's more of a moderate intent day today. You know, moderate to light, and, you know, really going to try and push a number on Friday. Haven't been sleeping the best, and so I want to make sure that I can catch up on recovery, so I'm keeping the intensity a little bit lower. Interesting points today. A little bit of rain, so doesn't really matter. A little bit colder. So I'm wearing oh, that guy's got a fun outfit on over there. But if you could see it, I'll pick this up so you can see. I don't know if you can, but the field over there has the lights on. I don't know if you could see that. Once I become more handy with the camera, maybe I can like zoom in on that kind of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna throw off the wall. We're gonna try to make between 40 to 60 throws. The other thing I want to note is that I've posted about this on my socials, but I bought this, it's called a score band. I got it on Amazon for 40 bucks. And basically what it does is it allows for you, I'm going to reset it really quick. Hold both of those. Why is it doing that? So if you hold both of these, it resets. It should reset. Yeah. And so basically, it's got two numbers. If you can see that, you hit it, and it's just a counting tool. And so what it's going to allow for me to do is count the number of throws that I make. And then I just go back, I put it into a spreadsheet, and I gauge the intensity of the day. And then I can see the intensity of the day, how many throws I made, what intensity I got up to, so I can actually monitor workload that way. I don't have to rely on data connectivity or torque or anything like that. I can just count throws manually and still get the effects of being able to measure workload on a weekly basis. I plan on jogging on that field afterwards, and if those guys are working on it, I'm going to be very upset. They're literally just driving a car through the field right now. Golly, I need to get the hell out of here. So yeah, so here we go. We're going to start throwing a little bit. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. Good. There's five. I don't know what these guys are doing. How's it going? Oh no. Oh yeah, by the way. We're also getting our grounding in. If you couldn't tell. Feet tarps off. Feet tarps off today. No top tarps, but feet tarps definitely off. Oh yeah, backhand's freaking short all day. So believe it or not, that was 11 throws. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. But trying up the intensity here for the next 10. If you're an infielder and you want a really good way to like react to bad hops, just find a wall with a really torn up grass patch and some rocks and some of those little pricker balls and just throw it off the wall and field the ball off of that. Simple. "23 throws. I'm gonna take the sweatshirt off because it's starting to really restrict my ability to hit the button. All right, I guess we're gonna have to take the hat off. Now my hair's getting in the way. Learn from mistakes, though. Learn from them. I also realized that I didn't really have a target. just now. I was just throwing it kind of anywhere. For the next 5 to 10, I'm going to try and hit inside the goal every single time. All right, that's probably enough of like intensity for today. Started to kind of ramp it up right there. So for these last 10, I'm at 44 throws right now. These last 10, I'm just going to probably throw like some grips. So some splitters to get a feel for it, some cutters to get a feel for it, maybe some sliders, we'll see. But here we go. Cutter. Where are those bad hops? Aware of them. $55. We'll just go a couple more normal throws out of a delivery, and then we'll call it. I got scared. One more. That's good. 58 on the dot. So I like this a lot. Just being able to track throws, track intensity. Gonna go back, put it in the spreadsheet, and Next thing on the agenda is going to be a little 30-minute jog. I'm gonna have to put the camera away because I don't want some normie to steal it, come out of the woodworks over here off of that lit field. But yeah, that's what we'll do. Make sure that we can get that zone 2 in, stimulate that cardio system, make our recovery better, just make overall the flow of our blood, our bodily functions a little bit easier. So we're gonna put the headphones on, listen to Graham Hancock debate a guy that looks like an Amishman, and then we'll go from there. Oh, last thing I'll say about wall ball. Great option. Great option for you. Put a target on there. Just throw, man. Just have fun with it. Seriously. Don't need to get out. Don't need to think about mechanics. Just go out there and throw. I wasn't thinking about anything today except just frickin' flicking that damn thing. And could I have been a little bit more diligent about what I was thinking about mechanically? Arm action? Maybe. But arm feels great, and I'm going to roll with that, and I got my throwing in. That's the most important thing. Just get it in. 22 minutes. No idea what my pace was. Did the whole thing barefoot. Felt great. Ankles and knees started to get a little bit buggy. Ooh. So decided to shut it down. But got the cardio in. That's all that matters, as long as you get it in. Now, let's go buy some farm fresh eggs. I took a little nap, I had a little revelation, and I was looking for something to call these training vlogs. I'm not Sam Sulek. I can't just say like back day and then people look at the thumbnail and it looks like a mountain range. And they're like, oh, that looks cool. Not that I'm doing this for the algorithm, but I just think there needs to be some kind of thing that we're really reaching for. There needs to be some kind of objective that I'm reaching for here. And for a while, it was just like, oh, throw hard and look good. But now, and I said this to a friend a while back, I was like, do you think I could throw 95 at 185 pounds? And he was like, no. But the more I think about it, I think it's 100% possible if I'm dialed with all my training and where the opportunities are and just what I need to get better at. And so that's what the series is going to be named. It's going to be called 185 at 95, or 95 at 185. And I'm going to try and document as much as I can, meals, training, everything else that I got going on. It's not going to be super sexy, even though that's kind of the tagline here, but it's just going to be training and working and eating, and that's pretty much it. End of May we got some stuff coming up, but we're going to see how quickly we can do this. And I don't really know how long it's going to take, but we're going to have a plan. We're going to be dialed with it, and it's going to be a fun journey. I'm excited for it because I can't remember the last time I really dialed and locked into training wholeheartedly with not much else going on. So body weight right now is right around 192 this morning. Fluctuates a little bit just based on timing of weigh-ins and water and things like that. Calories are right around 2100. But this is kind of the kickoff here. So got sweet potatoes, about 168 grams. Got 235 grams of 93 7-ground beef. And then I put some bone marrow on top of it. Macros come out to 56 grams of protein, 29 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat. So we'll get this down, and then I'll probably chat a little bit after I complete the meal. There's one other thing I was going to mention. Drawing a blank on what it was. Let me think for a second. I'll come right back. Well, if I think of it, I'll make sure I turn the camera back on and mention it. So back to my original thought. I haven't really done anything crazy. I've done some crazy lifts and throwing stuff, but nothing to where it's wow. That's impressive. And I want to do that. I think that throwing 95 at a low body weight is pretty darn impressive. There are high school guys that do it, sure. But just like the amount of people that can do that is so numbered. Because I'm not like competing in a league or anything. Well, men's league. Because I'm not competing in a league or anything, I think that would be cool. And so we're going to dedicate some time to it. If we continue to make progress, we'll keep doing it. If we really start to falter or my health takes a serious toll or anything like that, then we'll suspend and we'll do a vlog in the hospital, I guess. But we're going to shoot for it. And now it's time to take the dog for a walk. Yeah? You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Huh? Alright. Okay, so we got dinner. I'm going to show you dinner. What I do with this is I put it into the air fryer. It's potatoes, raw cheese, ground chicken, some peppers and spinach that I had saved up, some salsa, and then that is Greek yogurt. The reason I like using Greek yogurt as opposed to sour cream is that you can use the lower fat option. It's got a lot of protein in it. It's just lower calorie as well. So for a cut, it's especially good. The problem I have with a lot of the meals that I'm eating is that I'm struggling to hit my fat goals, believe it or not, because I'm eating lean ground beef, lean chicken, and I'm not incorporating like a ton of high fat dairy, which is probably something I need to explore more. I haven't been eating eggs either. I'm pretty much just trying to eat everything I have available to me before I have to go to the store, because I don't want to be in a huge like food surplus. I'm really trying to lean out pretty much my entire life, like all of the extra stuff that I don't need. So this comes out to about, let me double check here. Comes out to about 630 calories. I don't count the sauce in the Greek yogurt because I'm still very much in a surplus here. I'm sorry, deficit. I'm at like 1900 calories right now. And I'm just going to use this as kind of like a low day, try and stay around there, because usually on Saturday and Sunday, I know like Saturday I'm having an Italian meal for dinner. It's probably going to be pretty heavy in calories. Coming off of a high training day on Friday, it should keep me right on schedule with like a weekly calorie goal. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, but this looks really good and I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat it and then I'll check back in. Look at that nerd. Look at that nerd. Never checked in after dinner. Just took the dog for another walk. I'm going to talk about my dog quite a bit because he's my roommate and my best friend and the person I see the most. Pisses me off sometimes, sure, but that's what friends do. That's what brothers do, you know? He's more like my son than my brother, but anyway, this will be the final vlog until Friday, which is velo day. Tomorrow we're going to get our rotational stimulus in. If you know, you know. I'm not going to give away any clues, but it involves sticks and balls. The balls are a little bit smaller. You try and put them into a hole. Sometimes guys wear polos. Sometimes guys drive carts around on a giant field, knocking the ball around. You get the picture. And then we're going to ride the bike, do mobility, get a bunch of work done just before the weekend. And that is it, really. I'm going to get really good at using the camera, really good at the edits, really good at figuring out how to make the audio as crisp as possible. I also need to order a tripod. Maybe I'll do some in-car stuff. But going to try and sleep really well so we can do some cool shit on Friday. Was in a big calorie deficit today, so I'll make sure I update body weight on Friday morning for tomorrow and Friday. But this morning I was 192.2. And so I think I'll probably be right around 192, high 191s tomorrow. Because again, like I said, I'm probably going to have a bigger meal on Saturday evening. That's going to kind of average everything out to make sure that we're not losing too much too quickly or gaining. So, y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you on Friday, hot and ready like a $5 Little Caesars.